Starting with the smallest, order 21/60ths, 5/15ths, and 5/6. Now, basically, these are all fractions with different denominators. We need them to have a common denominator. So what we're going to do is look at the denominators 60, 15, and 6 and think, is there any numbers that go into all three of those numbers? And always check the bigger one and see if the two smaller ones go into there, because very often it will do. And actually, 15 can be going into 60 if you times it by 4, and 6 can go into 60 if you times it by 10. So we can actually make them all out of 60, and then it's a fair comparison. So if we're making the 15 4 times bigger, whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top, you've got to make the 5 4 times bigger, and 5 times 4 is 20. So that one has an equivalent fraction of 20/60ths. If you're making this 6 over here 10 times bigger, you've got to make the 5 on top 10 times bigger. 5 times 10 is 50. So that becomes 50/60ths. And now we are basically comparing all the amounts of 60ths. So we have 21/60ths, 20/60ths, and 50/60ths. Well, 20/60ths is going to be the smallest, followed by 21/60ths, followed by 50/60ths. Now, there's a slight catch with this, because as you can see, I've written the rearranged, the changed fractions. And what I should really do is write the original fractions that they came from. So instead of writing 20/60ths, I'm going to write that as my final answer. I'm going to write that which fraction that came from, and that came from 5/15ths. So I'm going to write that as 5/15ths, and that's that one done. Then it was 21/60ths. Well, that was 21/60ths, so I don't need to write anything else there. So that's that one done. And then the final one was 50/60ths, which came from 5/6. So I should really be writing the original fractions. So this is my final answer. The smallest is 5/15ths, because that was with 20/60ths. The next smallest one was 21/60ths. And finally, the biggest one of all was 5/6, which came from 50/60ths. So that's the final order.